I just have like a bad taste in my mouth with management after React and stuff like that. I was just like,
dang.
I remember like the day I quit, I wanted to post that like Kanye tweet that was like, I have no manager, I cannot be managed. But I was like, I can't do that. I was like, I don't want to be drama. A little bit. But really? Like I look back on it like fondly, and I'm very publicly like, good for you guys, and root for you guys, because I do. But yeah, I think just it was weird because I was like a cast member, and then I started working there as an employee, and like working there as an employee is what like made me quit. Like it was more like that side of things. So it was just kind of like internal shit. But
was it like too much, like the workflow was crazy, or was it just like management?
It was like more like management. So they like, hired me as an associate producer, and then they just started to be more like, nah, we're just gonna have you guys be talent. Like, we don't want you guys to like make stuff. So they basically just hired us on as like permanent talent, which was fine, like, you know. But like every time they'd be like, okay, so you guys are gonna like pitch us shows, they would then like cancel the meeting. Like we wouldn't be able to like ever, like it was shit like that. Right? I'd be like, okay, I have all my pitches, like I'm ready, and then they would be like, yeah, no, sorry, we're not gonna meet with you guys. They just like kind of kept screwing us. Like it was like just downhill. It was just, you know. A lot of people at like the top of the company like just had very disagreeing opinions on like how things should be run. So like our team specifically just got really screwed, and so we all kind of like quit as a group. And then I was like, I'm just gonna quit the show too, because that feels weird.
Was it because when you were like a kid, you had to like keep a brand, right? Like either like, was there a contract like, hey, until you're 18, no cussing on public?
It was very like I remember our first couple contracts. I think this is what kind of like fucked me up as a kid, was like they had the word role model in our contract. And that's a little bit much for like crazy. You know, so anytime like anyone would fuck up, like we would just feel really bad about it, or like, you know, like it felt like weirdly Disney, and it was like we don't get paid enough to like care that much. So like that was kind of rough. And then they like had like kind of like a big scandal in the middle of me being there when I think I was like 15, and then at that point they were like much looser contracts. They finally were like, you guys can post Vines, because we weren't allowed to like have YouTube channels.
Literally,
post
they
Vines.
had you guys on lock.
Yeah, like we couldn't do stuff, and like I like get it, but like it was really frustrating. Like being a kid and being like, all my friends are posting Vines. I want to post Vines. So that part was like tough. But then then they kind of started to shift, and then that's when I started my YouTube channel. Was like when they like let us, basically. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because that's cool. Because I remember like. In high school, like I would just say like dark jokes around you, and then like online you'd be like, "Hey guys, just got some teeth whitening."
Look at me.
So I'm like, "Fuck, you're like living a dual life."
It was insane.
And like it's literally like they're like looking over like every like. Have you ever kind of crossed the line during that time?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you would just get an email that would be like, "You can't do this or that," or like people would get suspended. Like I don't know. Yeah, like, and I get it to an extent, because it's like it's we're the face of their company. Yeah. Like so it's like they do have to like make sure like. You know, people aren't being racist online. Like,
oh yeah, so you're still a kid, you know, you're still gonna fuck up here and there. It's kind of
like... So like just that stuff was tough, but it was very. I think that's what really like kind of fucked me, was I like was so like I'm a Disney kid like online for so long, and then the second I was gone, or like kind of towards the end, I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna make a lot of dark and dirty jokes, and people were like, wait a minute, what happened to her? And then when I quit, and then it was like we're doing like the sketch comedy and stuff, people were like, oh no, what happened to her? Is she okay?
I'm like, she goes harder, guys. You guys are
I like had posted like a picture in a row with like pretty much my boobs were out, you know. I was after I quit, because I was like, fuck it, like I can do it now. Just titties out on Instagram, and I posted it, most liked picture of all my posts, but all the comments were like, is she doing okay? Is she okay? And I'm like, guys, enjoy the titties. Like,
no strings attached. Here's boobs.
Enjoy. Like, stop psychoanalyzing it.
Dang. Wait, so there'd be a point in time where, like, if you post a picture while you're on them, they're like, hey, it's too much boob.
They probably wouldn't say, but they would be like, it's inappropriate. There was like one time, like this one producer was like, at this point I was 18, and she was like, I just feel like I see like a lot of the comments, and like as a woman, like I just like want to like, I feel like you should just like cover up a little bit more. And I was like, why? Because I have a big chest. Like I was just like, she's like,
right, level up, sister.
Yeah. I was like, I can't. I was like, I'm not out here with like my boobs out. And she's like, but this is like a teen show. And I was like, yeah, but I'm 18. Like it was very like weird stuff like that.
You should be like, teens would love this.
Yeah, people would love it. But yeah, those are kind of like the only. They're just like stricter, but I'm a big rule follower, so like I didn't really have a lot of trouble.
But I feel like that would have made like all like how much you want to wild out just so repressed.
Oh yeah,
no, lash out.
Yeah,
because god
that
damn,
was tough.
Would you recommend like a kid doing that? what you went through? Because that is literally like you don't get to be yourself and like
Yeah.
be a kid.
You're like literally like owned at that point. Right?
Yeah. It's tough because it's like I look back on it so fondly. Like I regret nothing. Like I'm really, really thankful for it and stuff. But at the same time, I don't know if I would ever like let my kids go through that.
Yeah.
At the same time,
So
but at the same time, it was like I had so many more like opportunities. Like I wouldn't be able to do like what we do now if I hadn't done that.
Yeah,
like if I hadn't had like the recognition and like didn't like learn all the like the behind the scenes stuff and like just how everything works. Like I just wouldn't be in the position I am now. So I don't know. It just really depends. I think on like if you like look at your kid and you're like, okay, your kid really wants to go into entertainment, then you would be like, okay, maybe. But I don't know.
Hey, Small Jack, react to this.
Yeah.
Look at my twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate.